A, finally done with Doordash. B, finished my Christmas shopping / preparations. And C, yesterday was when we would have gotten the Mario movie. December 21st, that was the original release date for the movie. We would have gotten the movie by now.
Stole it from me, Carmine! They took it! That was today! Today!
And I would have been one of the most obnoxious Mario fans on the planet, gushing about it, watching it like 5 times in theaters. But that's gonna come in over 3 months from now anyways. The first 2 points though, I made a goal making a certain amount going back to Doordash. I hit that goal in 1 month exactly, just around $4.4 thousand. I worked a shit ton of hours. That's behind me now, still popping off a little bit over that, given it's been over a week since. But let me pop off again over this clip we got of the Mario movie at the Game Awards 2 weeks ago, and let me give you another taste of me going more nuts over this movie, because while it's been 2 weeks since the clip dropped, I didn't talk about it yet. At least though, over a week since it dropped, tons of people, tons of Mario and non-Mario fans would not stop talking about this singular clip. This 1.5 minute tease of a beginning section of the movie. Over a week, it was a hot topic. That is awesome. I've been rewatching this clip dozens of times, still am. Here's another little analysis, ramble, gush of enticement and excitement over this clip, over this movie. It's basically a slight overview of the Mushroom Kingdom and Toad, showing Mario the way through it to Peach's castle, Toad Town, and all the various Toads meandering about, Mario going through pipes, jumping across platforms and whatnot. Just all this Mario stuff and all this Mario game design and elements sewn so naturally in this movie based on everything we saw, this clip included. As if we didn't get like so many from the previous 2 trailers either, this 1 minute 30-second clip legit has like 50 different references and callbacks directly to a treasure trove of Mario games, even right down to the music. I hardly talked about this at all since the first trailer, but Koji Kondo and Brian Taylor are composing the soundtrack for the movie. I'm unaware of Brian Taylor's work. Not only am I giving him faith and the benefit of the doubt, just the fact Koji Kondo's working on this. He's the guy who's composed music for a vast number of Mario and Zelda games, and in this single clip alone, there's at least like 6 different Mario games and tunes remixed and woven into the movie and what's happening on screen. Even solely on the soundtrack alone for the movie. I am stupidly excited for it and was feeling slightly emotional. Throughout the clip, you hear the Toad House music from Super Mario Bros. 3. I think the Hammer Brothers battle theme from Mario 3 as well. The main theme from Super Mario Bros. 1 remixed. That one Toad walking by with the Cheep Cheep in the bag. 3 notes from the underwater level theme for Mario 1's also there. In that specific portion of the clip, the main Mario theme remixed on this constant loop that does sound genuinely beautiful. The main theme for Mario 64 when Mario and Toad jump off the moving platforms, the underground level theme when Mario's walking over the brick blocks, the ground theme for Super Mario World when Toad goes into the clear pipe, when Mario eventually comes out the green pipe, you hear a ba at the end of the music. What's the line of games famous and infamous for having ba's in its music? New Super Mario Bros. There's at least 5 different Mario games referenced in the sound design alone for the movie, just in this one clip. And there are around 7 to 8 different songs specifically redone and referenced. If there's this much attention and care being put into the soundtrack alone, on top of being someone who loves and values video game music a lot, as a Mario fan, that's stupid exciting to me. Like back in my Sonic 2 review, Sonic 2 is a great movie in my opinion, but one of the few things I think that and future Sonic movies can benefit a lot from is either remixed or straight up rips of music from Sonic games. It's more fan service and more recognizable and valuable to the overall score and various scenes and context happening in the movie if done effectively. Here, that's exactly what I think this Mario movie's benefiting from just in that department alone. And if there's this many songs in just a clip not even 2 minutes long, I shudder to imagine how much more music is put in this movie. Basic stuff. You get to Peach's castle, they remix Inside the Castle Walls for Mario 64, Mario's on the Cheep Cheep Bridge or swimming underwater surrounded surrounded by fish? What if we got Dire Dire Docks from Mario 64? Mario and Co. get to DK Island, either the title theme or a jungle level theme from Donkey Kong Country get remixed. Mario goes through that obstacle course from the second trailer Peach kind of trains him through. It can be the athletic theme from Mario 3, Mario World, New Super Mario Bros., 3D World, etc. Luigi escaping the Dry Bones Horde. What if it's the boss theme from Super Mario World and that plays, or if he's meandering in the Darkland before he gets caught, or the fortress, and either the Haunted House theme from Mario World, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or the Fortress theme for Mario World or something plays. Which Rainbow Road do you think they'll choose for the Mario Kart portion? 64s, Double Dashes, 7s? Imagine the Yoshi's Island remix when we get to Yoshi's Island. We'll probably get the castle level theme for Mario 1 remixed when we're in Bowser's Castle. What if Mario has to go through an obstacle course in Bowser's Castle and Koopa's Road from Mario 64 starts blaring? When Mario confronts Bowser, his theme for Mario 64 plays. If Mario and Bowser square off in actual combat, you have swells of King Bowser from Super Mario Galaxy, or Final Battle with Bowser also from Mario Galaxy. Like, I swear to God, there is an unbelievable amount of potential in the sheer volume of songs and music they can choose from dozens of Mario games and incorporate them so gorgeously into the soundtrack for the film. And the music stuff, alongside many visual Easter eggs for your average viewer, aren't going to run terribly deep. These aren't the kinds of references or Easter eggs that are shoved in your face, or the movie makes it super obvious for you to notice and spend that much time on. I'll get to visual stuff in a bit, but that, and especially the music, is exactly the kind of stuff Mario fans like me and most of you watching are easily going to be paying attention and spotting out for like hawks, knowing what other songs are tossed in, other kinds of Mario imagery, platforms, set pieces, locations, etc. And a lot of it doesn't get in the way of whatever story, narrative, joke, or writing the movie has. It's all incredibly natural and complementary towards one another. This is a video game film with video game set pieces and video game mechanics with video game music. Like, how did it take this long to get all of this properly implemented with this high of a budget and production quality? This is something I've said roughly twice now since the first trailer. I'm thinking of giving it its own video, which is like 80 to 90% guaranteed. I'm gonna give it its own video. But the Mario movie is going to be a major industry and cultural influence on some level. Everything the Mario movie's doing outside the voice cast, debatably, is hitting every single note and tick the vast majority of people wanted from a proper high-budget video game adaptation. And I do mean every single box is being ticked. I'll explain in better detail when that video comes, but the references and Easter eggs and whatnot, this literally is a genuine love letter to Mario fans. I got into Mario when I was around 5 or 6. I'm a little over 24 years old now. My entire life was unironically preparing for this exact movie with the copious amounts of Mario I've consumed over the last 2 decades. That shows in the music, but also just the visual Easter eggs. Good God, there's so many more nods to so many Mario things when you dig deep and when you're looking at the actual clip. The little coin bank thing, you see Toads hit blocks to withdraw coins from. They have the treasure icon right above the blocks, just like the treasures from Mario 3. Numerous districts and locations around the kingdom are marked by power-ups for names, kind of like how streets, areas, and towns and parks are named after very specific people or things, like there are mushrooms, fire flowers, super leaves, golden leaves, and whatnot on blocks around pipes, like it's telling you the destination through them. And street signs, there's a literal crazy cap shop in the town. You get a Mario Odyssey nod right there. This banner of a Toad band and Toadette's playing this guitar. I don't know if that's specifically referencing anything. Toadette's music room for Mario Party DS is the closest thing I could think of with this. She's not exactly posed the same way as there with this banner. Still, you got a Toadette nod, assuming she's not in the movie. I don't know. Again, the Cheep in the bag, Mario passing the antique shop with Toads buying music boxes, Lakitu clouds, P-switches, treasure chests, even the hammer power-up, etc. all from Mario 3, springs from most 2D Marios, the Dragon/Yoshi coins, P-balloons, and keys from Super Mario World, pixelated Super Bells from 3D World, one Toad customer asking if a thing they're buying works. It looks a lot like an NES cartridge, and the sales sales clerk Toad just says you just have to blow into it, like how everyone tried fixing NES games back in the day. Signs telling you of upcoming construction sites labeled by specifically the hammer from Super Mario Maker 2. You have a little map of the Mushroom Kingdom stylized exactly like the world map from Mario 3, both next to Toad and above him and Mario. The platforms themselves being not even just the same platforms from 3D Land and 3D World, but also when you notice their designs basically look exactly the same as the platforms from Mario 1, just the perspective's different. Mario running on the platform is exactly how he runs in 3D World. Them running past this fruit stand with bananas, pineapples, and watermelons. You got a little Mario Sunshine there too. Clear pipes from 3D World are being here. And when Mario reaches Peach's castle, the podiums on each opposing side of the gate have a little stone carving of the Golden Dash mushroom for Mario Kart there. Not to mention, what Mario game starts off with Mario exiting a green pipe right in front of Peach's castle? Mario 64. Like, this is literally how Mario 64 starts. Just so many Easter eggs that reward Mario fans for keeping up with and paying attention to his games, while all being natural parts of both the world and the movie itself. Any normal person not keen on Mario will see some of this imagery and think little of it, or still find it cute, charming, colorful, distinct, and whatnot. But again, Mario fans are gonna eat this shit up like candy on Halloween. It's a win-win for either party, a net positive all around, and effective execution of characterization, world building, references, etc. ever since that first trailer. Even something as simple as just the platforming. The fact platforming is such a common, natural thing in the Mario universe that Mario's trying to accustom to, as we see in the clip. Like all the weird platforms, floating islands and whatnot, the obstacle course in the second trailer. I can't believe how much I adore just how normal platforming is implemented in this world, in this movie. It's not even so much they have platforming here for the sake of matching the Mario games because Mario's a platformer, but Toads have to jump up and hit blocks at a bank to get their withdrawals done. Mario and Toad are running and jumping across horizontal platforms, rising and lowering platforms like elevators, pipes, floating bricks. Like, it's more than just seeing the Jumpman do the platforming he always does. Platforming's ingrained in the society of the Mushroom Kingdom and the entire overall Mario universe as shown in the movie, to do certain things, to get to certain places and whatnot. And it's just a thing that's just a regular part of Mario's world. It was in his games, of course, and you always had the occasional question of, why do these blocks and platforms and such float just randomly? Mario mockingly does the same in the clip too, funnily so, but it's just a natural thing we've come to expect in the Mario games and overall Mario world, so seeing it still maintain that normalcy in the movie just works so well and feels good to see. Animation-wise, like everything else we've seen up until now, that's also eye candy. Just the way Mario moves, talks, and emotes every second in this clip, same for the main Toad and all the various Toads throughout the town, the one Toad bashing the block, getting tired throughout, the one dropping the coin for Mario to pick it up and give it to him, just the insane number of reactions, facial expressions, and responses all these Toads give to one another and Mario, especially on Mario himself, trying to take all of the Mushroom Kingdom in all throughout the clip, really selling Mario's the fish out of water in this movie, being a kind civilian with the coin, his reaction when Toad's all, get out of the way, his brother's gonna die, topped with Toad reassuring Mario with some levity saying, it's just to make a path, he's gonna be fine. But Mario actually looking pissed and annoyed Toad would say something like that in front of him, his stare down on the cheap in the bag, platforming, all out of breath, still trying to take in and understand this is the world he's going to accustom to from here on out. Most of the Toads Mario interacts with taking awe and interest in Mario because he sticks out like a sore thumb being not a Toad, but Mario just kind of being himself, trying to be friendly, polite, just a complete goldmine of personality, vivid expression, and character from everyone on screen, especially in animation. Mario games since the Wii U have been no stranger in trying to allow most of Mario's cast to emote and project feelings much more fluidly, vividly, and in great detail and or exaggeration. This is some of the best out of Mario and some of the other characters in the entire franchise. It's so pleasant to watch. Mario's a little cinnamon bun, I want to pinch his cheeks, him and every Toad are adorable and charming, I love this this movie already. Even with most of the Toads just being regular color swaps too, you still have plenty of personality across the board. It's not like Paper Mario or the older Mario and Luigi games to where they're varying in size, facial features, very distinct outfits and whatnot, but not only do some Toads have like some of their own outfits of some kind, there's like a Council Toad in Peach's Castle in the second trailer. Every single Toad has a unique voice. Some have the exact same voice like in the games, but they all have varying pitches and tones for their voices. Boy, girl, high pitch, low pitch, young, old. Like that does a lot in giving the Toads a more distinct identity and personality, but also tying it to everything else I went over about this clip, the world, platforming and whatnot, just making this world diverse and believable. This really truly feels like a massive, real, lived-in world with real people and real lives, hobbies and such, and it's just bringing the Mario world so much life and beauty. I cannot overstate enough how much I adore that and the world and lore building the movie's doing for the Mario universe. So good. So good. And even on Chris Pratt, like, I always kind of like floated in the middle with Chris Pratt as Mario. Not my first pick, but I'm open to potentially seeing a specific direction with Mario's voice and accent, as well as Pratt giving his own spin on the character in a satisfactory and entertaining way. But this clip, I think, does a solid job on trying to sell Chris Pratt as Mario, and I've seen this clip win more people over on Chris Prattio. We got glimpses of it here and there before. Now we fully know they're going for that New York-styled Brooklyn type of accent for Mario with what Mario says here, and I can definitely vibe with it a lot more here than what we got in the last two trailers. Like, plenty of the actors behind the film vouched for Chris Pratt's performance, them saying he did great. Movies also do this thing with trailers where plenty of lines and dialogue are outtakes, takes and lines not in the final movie / product to avoid a numb impact upon release. I'm willing to believe the Mario movie's doing the same and Chris Pratt might sound better in the full movie with that whole accent and whatnot. At the very least here, even when it's still a limited amount, it's definitely the best of Chris Prattio by a decent margin compared to what we've heard and seen already. I could keep going. You know I could keep going. I do got another Mario movie video planned, but between this and my last discussion video on the trailer that was like 28 minutes long or something, this is probably the best and most detailed and in-depth you'll get out of me regarding this movie until we get more trailers for it. I will say though, there are 3 listings for 3 different trailers for the movie already, but with how amazing all the promo material has been thus far, I'm wondering if we're starting to enter that kind of quote-unquote spoiler territory. Like, for some, me included, I'm completely content if this was all the marketing we got. There's still a humongous amount about the movie we do not know about, and I do feel content in the possibility of managing to not watch any more promo stuff until the movie comes out. You know what I mean? It's technically not spoilerish when it's official trailers released after now, but not only do some not watch every trailer dropped, some purposefully avoid them closer to release to try to elevate the experience, make room for surprises, and increase that enjoyment factor, you know? I feel like some of you might know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's certainly more gushing from a grown-ass man who likes Mario a lot. Hope that somehow suited your content and entertainment consumption. Thank you very much for listening and watching. I really love Mario. I don't know what I'm gonna name my YouTube channel, but I do like Mario a lot. Stay super.
Yo, hey, 妹妹，嘿，我来呀！共和大泡泡呀！拉面，嘿，来面，来个面，共和再见呀！哈哈，拉面，唱首面，谢谢。